Hey my vintage paper lovers, welcome to Steph's Design Space where the past and present meet in journal form. Today why is there such a shadow? Today I am going to share with you my treasure hunting. So I've been on vacation, technically I still am, we're just home. Let me put that down. And I want to share with you my amazing finds. So I'm gonna raise my desk because I decided I'm gonna try to do this like standing up, and I feel like that might be easier for me because I can like move around better without this chair in my way and sitting down. So that is what I am attempting to do. Okay, so without further ado, that's not gonna go on top. I went to thrift stores, I went to antique stores, I went to estate sales, I went to bookstores, I went to all the different kinds of places. So you're gonna see a huge variety of things that I picked up while we were out treasure hunting. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so the first thing is this roll of vintage, it's like receipt paper for a dressed meat, grocery, and produce market. Now, I know that it is vintage because the date is, I don't know if you can see that, 1903. So this was for the 1930s, which as crazy as it sounds, it's almost antique. Because you know, antique is 100 years or older. We're almost there, y'all. So I got a whole roll of this. Now, there's two caveats I want to say while I'm showing y'all stuff. I got this fabric, so we're going to look at the fabric and I'm going to talk. One is I will be having another live sale. I shop for those who can't or who don't find the same things. And I do resell, but I try to do the very best prices I can. But it is getting more expensive out there, guys. And then I got this fabric as well. And then the other thing is my Ko-fi members. So I offer membership on Ko-fi. Like, look at how vibrant these colors are, right? When it comes time to do a sale, my Ko-fi members always get first dibs. So they will be able to have access to buying items before the general public. So some of these things that you see will be in the live sale unless my Ko-fi members get it first. I did pick this up. I thought this was super cool. It is a reproduction from an American certificate circa 1903. And I just thought it was super cool. I love the colors. It's very beautiful. There's two of those I'll be using, at least one of them. I found these. Now, I will say already, my Ko-fi members are like all on this. So they have already claimed these. So these are already spoken for, but I did find 6 of these. Tim Holtz stamps and stencils at a thrift store. So they were a good price. I found a lot of paper. So this is like an analysis pad, reminds me of ledger paper. So I will have some of this in the shop because I love the design of it. This is artist sketch pad. Look at the giant squares. Love those squares, so big. And then this is just some certificate paper that I got. I love certificate paper. It has a good feel to it, as well as just being pretty. This is for a Ko-fi member. She is really into embroidery. She's Greek. She loves the Mediterranean look of things. So I texted her and I was like, hey, I found this. Do you want it? She said yes. So I picked it up for her. So there is that. These I picked up for me because the bird sold it. I didn't even know what they were. But it's cards with envelopes. So it has the envelopes and the bird cards. And we know how I love birds. So this is what sold it. That's the only thing I saw. And I'm like, mine. And my Ko-fi members actually asked me, they're like, did you shop for yourself and not just for everybody else? I was like, yes, I did. I did get stuff from just me. So I also found this coloring book. I'm not big into coloring books, but this one I fell in love with because it's on beige paper or like cream paper. It's not white. So it's like cream and black. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. So even if you don't color it, it's still very like, I don't know, vintagey looking. Unless someone did color that one, but I'm okay with it. I mean, I got this at a thrift store, so. But how pretty is that? So I think I'm gonna use my like watercolors, pencils, and color some pages to go in my journals. All right, so I got that. This is ribbon, but it's like almost like paper. Come on, focus. Focus. I was having problems with focusing earlier and I had to redo the whole video. Well, not the whole video, only got part of the way through it. But this is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. So this will be in the live sale because there is a ton of it. So that is good. I found some more flashcards. So these are all multiplication, but I do have some more flashcards that will be in the live sale. What else? Oh, I found this. Do I have something I can use? Let me see if this will work. So this is one of those like embossed seals, and I love these. They're so much fun. Can we see it? Is it gonna focus? Yep, I think it focused. So it says Telcon Associates of Chicago Incorporated, Illinois corporate seal. And then you can go over it with like ink. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to show y'all because I did it in my first video. I got myself a dauber holder. So this is like a bud vase, and I knew that I wanted something for my spindle daubers, and that is perfect. So focus, there we go. So you can go over it with ink and it really pops. So I love those seals. I think I have 3 or 4 of them now. I have a problem. A problem that I love, but it is a problem nonetheless. I'm just going to keep that up there. All right, what else did I get? I got playing cards. So this is true what is on the box. So bluebirds and cardinals. So the eastern bluebird and a cardinal. So I got those playing cards. These are, I want to say peaches. Just peaches on there. The glare, I know. And these, I almost didn't get these because I'm like, that's really not my style. But I looked in and I'm so glad I did. Don't ever believe the cover of a book because these gorgeous cards were in there. So glad I looked. So I got those playing cards. I love decorative playing cards so much. Oh, I'm going to run out of space. I'm going to have to go back over here. Okay, I found this border punch. It is butterflies. So excited. Y'all know between birds and butterflies, I don't know which are my favorite, but this is butterflies. So that's going to be fun and exciting. So I got that one. That one is for me. I found some portraits that I really liked. I'm starting to become pickier about the ones I get for myself because I have so many. But these really spoke to me, so I got those. So y'all can take a gander at those. Those are for me. Here's the other fabric I was looking for. I love using these on my covers, especially on my covers. But sometimes I like using them on like a folio or something like that as well. So those are my portraits. I did find more fabric. So this was 2 fat quarters, is all they had. But look at this. Can we just, with this gray and pink, oh, it's so pretty. So I have those. I'm keeping one. I will probably sell one because I don't need 2 fat quarters of this. And then there's, I want to say 2 yards of this. So this would be for sale also. It's a pink and black and gray. It's so gorgeous. I love this fabric. It feels so good. So pretty. So I have that, and I have to be careful buying fabric because I try to sell it to y'all for a really good price. So my price for fabric is $3 for a fat quarter. So if it's not, if I can't buy it cheap enough, then I just don't, unless it's just for me. Look at that. Pink and yellow doilies. I was like, ooh, yes, please, and thank you. They're just so pretty, right? So I got those. Oh, more fabric. So I got this fabric. It's like a navy blue on a cream. It is very pretty. I like that it's very small so you can add stuff to it. Super, super pretty. So I got that. Oh, this right here. Antique fashion paper dolls of the 1890s. And this book is in pristine condition. So that's the dolls. And then we have all of the clothes. And everything is here. Every single item of clothing and accessory, the little hats, like they're going to the beach. This is gorgeous. And it wasn't cheap, but I had to get it because I know I have paper doll enthusiasts amongst us. So I thought, you know, these you don't see very often. You don't see them hardly at all. I don't. I mean, I've come across a few paper doll things, but for the most part, I really don't. And never in this type of condition, ever. So I had to pick it up. It's inspired by the Sunday Herald, October 1895. So super gorgeous. So I have that. So if you are a paper doll enthusiast. I also found a Montgomery Ward wallpaper catalog. And so it has wallpaper samples all in it. I actually have one of these for myself. I found a couple of years ago, and I've used this wallpaper up so much. So I was happy to find another book, hopefully. It is something that one of you would be interested in. And then I found these, and I say and then like this is it. This is not it. So this is a bundle altogether, and it's iron-on transfer patterns. But I thought these would be perfect to go in a junk journal. Because you can color them, you don't have to iron them, you can just, you color them, put them in a journal and signatures. So we have tropical flowers. We have, some of these have been used. Roses, what does it say? Roses and butterflies. So there's some butterflies, we know that makes me happy. So we have that one, Victorian florals. Look at that, the little borders. Like I could see this on a belly band. So pretty. And again, remember that, you know, I'm getting these from whatever stores, and stuff that doesn't sell, where does it go? In the landfill. So I am doing my part to try to keep things out of landfills by purchasing them and then sharing with others. So that was a whole bundle, and it was a really good price. So I know some of these will be in the live sale as well. Okay, ran out of space over there. Okay, now y'all know I have a serious problem when it comes to these. I absolutely could not help myself. Look at that. So it is a double-decker, and all of these stamps came with it, and all of these stamps are in great condition. So that one says do not forward, estate supplement, reader's copy, paid in full, official agency file copy, priority mail, numbers. Like, I just couldn't help myself. My husband looked at me like I was 6 shades of crazy. But yeah, this is gold. My gold. My kind of gold. Okay. What else? I have stuff on the floor. I have stuff everywhere. I have a Ko-fi member who loves, what is it called? Board games. And she lives in California. And so this is hers. I messaged her specifically and she wanted it. So this is hers, but I did find board games. And now I'm fixing to put a whole stack of stuff up there. Oh. Because as a Ko-fi member, there is a page in our Facebook group where you can, like, in search of. So things that they're like wanting or needing, they put it in there so I can look for it when I'm out. So let's start with these. But I want to show you this magic in the bag. I bought so many of these, so I'm not going to show them all to you because I think I bought like a lot. So, but it is the laminate samples. So you have the sample and then the back is blank, so you can stamp on it, write on it. It already has a hole in it for your yarn or lace or whatever. Like, I have so many. Like, look, this bag is full of them. I went berserko. So I got those. This is going to be a long video, guys. I got those. Now, I do have a special place for some of these, and then some of these are going to be on a live sale because there's no way in God's green earth I need all of these. So that will be happening. All right, I should have brought my water in here. Oh, there it is. And my fancy, look at my cup. Is that not so gorgeous? I know. All right. Hydrated. Let's go. Ooh, I found another shorthand book. The last live sale I did, I sold pages out of a shorthand book and it sold out. They are hard to come by, so I'm happy I found another one. I also found a book in, I want to say German, but it may be Dutch. I can't really tell. It says German on here. It does have some pictures, but it's mostly words and stuff like that. So got a German book. Algebra, we all love like this kind of stuff in our journals. So I picked that up. This one, I don't generally do like poems, especially small books like this. Let me zoom in a bit. But my husband found this one. He finds the greatest stuff. And I loved this one because almost every page has handwritten notes. Like he was really, or the person was really trying to decipher what this poem meant. There is handwritten notes on almost every single page. And I thought that is amazing. So that is one of the, I guess only in the front, not so much in the back, but all of this is written in. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. This one reminds me of a shorthand book. And it may have come out before shorthand. I don't know. It says 1912. It's the Palmer Method of Business Writing. But that reminds me a lot of shorthand. And maybe not. Maybe they're just learning how to write. I don't know. I didn't read it. No, that's like regular handwriting. So, it's lessons and drills. I just thought it was a super cool book. This one is for a Ko-fi member if she wants it. She had asked for a vintage yearbook The older the better. And I found this 1924 yearbook, and it has great pages, but look at this. So some of them, oh, that's not a good, this is a good example. So these, so you had your baby picture and then you had your senior picture. Apparently, if you didn't have a baby picture, they drew it, right? So here's a hand-drawn one. Here's some more hand-drawn ones, but there's one in here that is so fun. Look at that. That poor guy. Anyway, I just thought that was super cool. So, Amanda, if this is something you want, dear, I did pick this up for you. Ugh, I have stuff avalanching over here. Let me move this. Okay, so I got that. This was cool to me. This is a telephone directory from 1950. So you have all these really cool pages. And then you have the, so you have the white pages, or what we would call the white pages with the people. And then this is like the business pages, the yellow pages. I'm old. So I got that. And my husband, like I told y'all, he is the one who finds amazing stuff all the time. I'm moving this stuff over. He found this, and it is a treasure for sure. It is upside down. So this is a ledger book. It is corduroy and leather. Beautiful inside, and it has 2 different types of ledger paper. So it has this ledger paper, and then you go back, and then it has this ledger paper. So that is such an amazing find. Wait, how many A through Z's are there? A, 1, but I'm thinking, now that I'm looking, that's A. Yeah, this is all that type. Oh, and then behind it, it has this type. Interesting. I bet this was like, I don't know. I have a lot of ledger pages, a lot of books and stuff. So this is an amazing find. Okay, I am back. My husband called. He left his wallet at home. He went to the grocery store with our granddaughter. He left his wallet at home. So I had to cash app her money to pay for her groceries. Anyway, what would we do without technology? And now Lacey has decided to come up here. All right, so that ledger, and I am, obviously I don't need all these ledger pages, so those will be in the live sale, but I'm keeping this. I'm going to make a journal of this using that. What is that called? Cover. All right, so that concludes the stuff on that side of the office. Now, to work on this side of the office. Okay, Lacey, I love you, baby, but you can't be on here. Come on. Oh, here, sit in Mommy's chair. Okay. Now, these are just simple things that I got because they were so cheap, and who doesn't need expanding folders or hanging folders? A lot of the papers that I have, this is how I store them, so I picked those up. Oh, Lacey. Okay, I am going to start with an amazing find. And it is big, so I think I'm going to have to zoom out. Yes, this is a suitcase. Let me see if I can zoom out. Okay, that's as far as it will go. So yes, this is a suitcase. And this was at an estate sale, and there's so much in here, and they were just like, you can just have the suitcase. Like, no big deal. So I'm going to go in here, and oh, look at those cute little buttons. Super cute buttons. I don't even know what all is in here because I just glanced and I was like, I want this, and they're like, okay, and we talked about price, and that was it. So ink dauber spindles, they're actually called bobbins. This is a war ration book. Like I told you, I don't know what all is in here. Some old patterns. Jack Frost. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like an old, like, crochet book. That's crochet set. Okay, so that is there. Like I said, I don't know what all's in here, so this is new to us. All at the same time. Here is another one. Singer Dressmaking Guide. Fun stuff. Ooh, always fun looking in paper bags. Oh, look at those. How pretty. Just some pretty prints in an envelope. Yeah, estate sales are in the business of getting rid of stuff. So now, again, I haven't looked through any of this, so if we come across anything shady, I'm sorry. Like that. I'm looking real quick again. Nope. Nope. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. She must be a new mom. That one's not too bad. And that one. These I'm not going to show on YouTube. Like I said, I didn't know what was in here. Now I do. And then a receipt. So that was just in this little pocket. And I am going to put everything back in this little pocket because I don't have any space on my desk. Now that was just in this little pocket. Let's open up this suitcase. Okay, I have to be careful not to hit my microphone. There we go. All this sewing stuff. And I'm going to try to go through it really quick. Look at this lace. I am in love with this lace. Let's see, what is in here? Shoulder pads. If anybody needs shoulder pads, DM me. I got you covered. Shoulder pads. This is Velcro and just remnants of stuff. Nothing to write home about. More shoulder pads. Some like seam tape. More shoulder pads. Some gold trim. So mostly shoulder pads in this bag. Okay, I am going to set that to the side because it's kind of in my way. Alright, these are antideperspirant pads. I have no idea. Oh, but it's actually just straight pins. You know, people never ever like use things for what they were intended. So let's see. Those are hook and eyes. Hook and eyes, eyes and hooks, whatever. In there. And this one is more straight pins. Let's see what this is. Oh, look how cool. How cool is that? And I know exactly, well, this is kind of fragile. Yeah, very fragile. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to take that off because this I can't use. But I have some things I can put on there. So when I bundle up my thank you gifts and stuff like that, I usually use like really pretty lace or yarn or what have you. And okay, this is spoken for. So I'm going to take that out. Now in here we have a seam ripper, a button, some various things, a dressmaker guide, more Velcro, and some needles. Just regular needles, not sewing machine needles. So we have that. What else? Pink ribbon. And another, ooh, 3 of these. That is so exciting. I will say though, they smell. It's between, they don't smell bad. It's like musty perfume. All right, what's in here? Oh, some kind of hook thing. I don't know what that is. And then just some fabric. This is some frayed check, which I am pretty sure is dried up. I don't think there's any liquid in there. Iron-on pockets is right there. Embroidery hoop. Another embroidery hoop. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sewing machine needles. And that is another sewing machine needle. So we have those. So cool. Tracing paper. Ooh, tracing paper. I love this kind of tracing paper. Look at that. That is like signature paper if you're not a seamstress. So cool. All right. And some thread. And I don't know what this is. Automatic hook rug needle. Okay. Some collar stays. And back here we have a button and some ruler type things. I don't know exactly what those are. I am not a seamstress. I sew paper. That is the extent. And those are like extra buttons. That is replacement pockets. Okay, we're gonna open these here in a minute. I wanna get to this. This looks like something absolutely amazing and stunning. Oh. So this is a Happy Home needle book. Look at that. Wow. Those are a little bit different. These are good for sewing in signatures. Full speed needle book. Some are super decorative and some are not. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, so we've seen that and that. I'm just trying to move these. Okay, let's look in this tin first. Love these tins. Okay, we have all sorts of things. Look like closures to me. Yeah, like they wore it on their shirts. This is always, when I find stuff like this, there is a treasure in everything. This is probably extra buttons. Exactly. Oh, but these are so cool. They're like on a cork. I don't know. Those are cool. Needles, stars, old measuring tape. This is probably a seam ripper. Glitter, bobbins. And then like little star appliques. Tons of thread, but one thing I've noticed about the thread is most of it isn't strong enough anymore. Like, it does get old. Okay, and then this is a spring of some sort. I don't know. Okay, let's close this up. All right, more in this box. So we have another needle book. I swear this looks like the Safeway emblem. Yeah, made by Safeway. It was a grocery store. More sewing machines, more phrase stuff. Ooh, some scissors. Oh, I don't think scissors are supposed to do that. Ooh, oh, that is, oh no, what is that? Miracle tape. Miracle tape. I don't know. It does feel weird on one side, so maybe you iron it on. I don't know. A Sewing Crafts glue stick. Some appliques. A long knife. My father-in-law had some of these. I use it as a letter opener. Extra buttons, but I don't think... Oh, there's one. More extra buttons. Hook and eye. It looks like Fritos. Like I said, you never know what you're going to get. Some really beautiful brown ribbon. I like that. That's empty. These are interesting. Then we have the little heart buttons. So there's all kinds of just stuff in here. And again, some vintage Fritos. If anybody wants some vintage Fritos, DM me and I'll be happy to send them to you. As well as Reese's Peanut Butter Cup paper. So, let me see. I don't think there's anything else in here. Iron-on fabric. That is in here. So, all of this was in this suitcase. Oh, I haven't gone over that stuff. Jeez. So much. We have these. Like, I can totally see this on a journal. I have two. Buckles. And these are all snaps. Snap fasteners. So cards of them. Some have a lot, some have a few. And I think that is it. So that is everything in this suitcase. Just all the sewing stuff. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's so big. Okay, let me close this. And there's so much more, guys. So much more. Oh. And then I got me a nice little suitcase. And I'm thinking this suitcase, because, you know, it was, I wouldn't say free, but it didn't cost me hardly anything. I'm going to take that with me when I go treasure hunting. So I have a place to put the treasures. Because that was a thing. When we were traveling, is where do I put all my treasures? And we figured it out, but okay, so one thing I do want to show you, one of my Ko-fi members had asked me to look for some vintage office supplies, and so these are hers. They're already spoken for, but 2 staplers, a letter opener, some old staples, pencils, all of that was together, so that is hers. But I do try to find things that my members are looking for. Okay, next I'm just gonna pull all these out and go from there. I found lots of interesting books. Okay, so Mixins and Fixins. I just thought it was really cool. I love the paper, the colors. So it's like a, whatchamacallit, cookbook. So there's that. I don't know what these are. They are little papers, but they all look the same. Oh, it goes in books from the library of. And they have a little sticky thing, you know, like the gummed back. Those are so cool. Got those. This book, I don't know why I picked it up. I think it was the paper. I don't know that it's rag paper. It has the feel of rag paper. It is very thick. It has the edging like that. So I grabbed that one. Fine Modern Chinese Paintings. I think this one just had really cool pictures in it. Like anybody doing like a oriental type journal, this is amazing. It just has a beautiful, beautiful photos. And they're a little shiny, but not overly shiny. So I just thought that one was super cool. Understanding art. So again, and someone was either collecting leaves, pressing leaves, I don't know. Again, going to just the photos and a lot of these books. I am drawn to the photos. So, got that one. This is, again, the photos. I definitely didn't get it for the title. The Prince of Pleasure and his Regency. But again, lots of great photos in here. Because all I do, especially when things are a really good price, I flip through, and if there's enough in there, I'm like, yep, that's good, then I get it. The Impressionist. Again, photos. Some are, but you know, to each his own. Like, not everybody has the same taste in art. So that, alright, I can put this down. Oh, alright. I know y'all are like, she's not done yet. No, I am not. Okay, big box. Big box. Okay, this I got for my grandson. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. It's all about like early airplanes and flying, and it's like a pop-up book. So I got this for Oliver. Alright. I did get some doilies and some few little things. This is a health book. Medical book, more like it. First aid, wounds. It was just super old and cool. I love the paper, so I picked it up. Okay. This one is probably photos. Yeah. And then this is just, it was just all in a pile, and I got it for next to nothing, so it is just all sorts of ephemera. And I'm not going to go through all of it like on camera, but there's just, like, this is just amazing ephemera of all kinds of things. So I grabbed that. It was in this little box, and honestly they were like, yeah, you can just take it. So what else? I got this giant complete guide to gardening, and this magazine, Victorian sampler. And again, it's the photos, right? It's the different things. I love the Victorian era, the look of it. That is a bit much. I don't think that I'm gonna go that far, but very pretty. And then what was this one? Oh, this is one of those dictionaries for crossword puzzles. This is so neat because it has all the words that could be like synonyms almost, right? So got all of those. Oh, yeah, this thing is like falling apart. Okay, but I'm going to try to put this back so I can store it. I'm going to leave Oliver's book out. What did I do with the lid? Seriously, what did I do with the lid? I just had, oh there, I leaned it up against my desk. Okay, so that is one. Oh, goodness. Oh, let me set you over here. Okay, next. Another one. Okay. I got a Sears and Roebuck from, it is a replica, but 1900s, so all the things in there. Love the little books. I got a big road atlas. So I have that. What is this? Oh, I love the handwriting. Look at that. So I have found 2 books that have this kind of writing, and I love it. So I got the, I don't even know what it is, so I'll probably have to look at it before I say I'm going to sell it. I have All About Roses, more Victorian. I just thought these were super cool. This was in there, so it was not a big deal. I got another road atlas. I love these, the mileage charts. Alright, if you hear a crash, I found another one. So on my live sale, these pages sold so fast. And I found another of the diary books that has that kind of handwriting. Oh, love it. So I will have that. Another Sears and Roebuck. Talking Leaves. And I think I got this for like the pictures. Like, just very cool. If you're doing like a botanical, that would be very cool. Spanish verbs. Just, I like the type font and the size. Gifts of the Heart. So this is just so cute. American Native Paintings. So going again for the photos. And this one. And they're black and white. Landscape paintings and oils. These are very like muted. They're not shiny. They're on really good thick paper. So, and then there's the Father's Day card. Flashcards, the blue and the gray. I don't even know what the flashcards look like. Betty Crocker Easy Guide to Entertaining. So it is a Betty Crocker book, and it has all kinds of recipes and stuff in it. I love the look of it. It's very nice. The Golden Book to Flowers. So again, just small things. Honestly, I would use this as like journal cards or tags for a botanical journal. Absolutely stunning. This is a postcard, and I thought it was interesting. Salt Lake crystals from Great Salt Lake, Utah, and they actually sewed a little packet of salt on there. Now they use this postcard to add up some stuff. I don't know what they were adding up, but that's what that writing is. This is cool. Got that. More like little bits of ephemera. Like bits and bobs. Some travel itinerary stuff. Yeah, I don't know what all of that is. I want to make sure it's not super personal, like with important numbers on it. This is just like a, I don't know, again, this was just all kind of together. So Middle East maps and stuff like that. And then that is a painting, or a portrait rather. So that is in this box. Let me put these back in here. And yes, there is still more. Oh. These are nice boxes though. Okay, I'll put you over here. Okay. And this bag is just various little things. Oh, that goes with something. Okay, but I really need to find the other one of these, or it's not going to do me any good. Huh. Oh, there it is. I see it. Because this is all at an estate sale, and I got one of those over-the-door hook things, and this is what goes over the door. So not everything I get is for junk journaling. I thought these scissors were so pretty. I don't know how well they cut, but these are mine. I'm doing my little scissor collection. A ton of receipt books. These aren't vintage, but they are fun to use in our stuff, so I got those. This is just a cool little box, little tin box. So I picked that, and I mean, like, who doesn't want to use all that? Command hooks and staples. So nothing too exciting, but when they're just like, everything in this section is this price, you're like, okay, I really don't need those, you know, staples, but because they do it by lots at a lot of estate sales. So if there's something in that lot that you want, you have to get the whole lot. So it is what it is. All right, we are nearing the end. Okay, let's see. All right, so I've grabbed these. I just saw journal cover. I think they're napkins, but so pretty. I love the colors. I love orange. So there's like 1, 2, 3. 3 of those. This book, Oriental Rugs in Color. Again, journal card, tags. They're just so pretty. So I got that book. I found some of the plastic placemats. I'm not sure how well these are going to work for coffee dyeing and what kind of images they're going to do, but I got them anyway. So we shall see my next coffee dyeing adventure. So I did pick those up. At my last live sale, I ran out of these so fast, and I've had people message me. Sorry, I was picking up a bunch of stuff. People message me if I had any more, and so now I do. Slides. So I will be doing slides again at the next live sale. So I got all that they had. This is stamps. It's just this side and this side. And then this is a stamp book. So it has like the country. Some of the spaces are like the special stamps. So if you have a special stamp, you put it on the picture. If you don't, you just put it in the blank spot. So this has quite a few from different places. So we got that. And I did pick up quite a few seam binding because I want to make some of the crinkled seam binding. So I got that. Oh. Let me put these down. Okay, resume paper. I love resume paper. The way it feels, I didn't even open it. But anyway, it's this color. The way it feels, ugh, love it. Erasable bond paper. So this is like typewriting paper. It does have the watermark. Again, it's the fibrous feel. Got some more of this coffee dyed paper. I got some of this. It is, I think it came out of like a multimedia type book and they just, you know, tore it out or it fell apart. Very good thick paper. So I think I'm going to coffee dye some of that. Graph paper, coffee dye. Calligraphy paper. This paper is, it's almost like parchment paper. Has a good crunchy sound. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So I did. I got a lot of paper, like different types of paper. Okay, and before I get to these next things, I want to make sure that all right, we are on the last leg of things. All right, I got this lace. And I got, oh, so many fabric books samples. So many. These are great for all kinds of stuff. So I was really kind of picky about the colors that I got. This one, love the flowers. Like, it is so pretty. Ugh. Like, I'm thinking inside of covers are for a small journal. Then you have the coordinating stripes. Super cute. This one I thought was so amazing. All of the samples in here are sheer, so you can see through them. They were probably for like sheer curtains. So this is very like silky feeling, and it is very see-through, but I'm like tassels, oh, so many things. So this is all sheer, very, very sheer. So I got that one. These obviously are going to be in the live sale because I don't need all of this. More of these fabric samples. Just very pretty, very neutral colors. So they match like whatever you're doing. And the same with these. Just very neutral. I mean, you have greens, you have blues, you have browns. Let's see if there's like any red pinks. Definitely blues and greens. Not too many red pinks in this one, but yep. So these will all be going in the live sale for fabric samples. And that concludes this video. I know, I didn't get that much stuff. Ha ha ha. Trying to see if there's anything I forgot. I don't think so. So tell me what your favorite things are. Tell me what you're excited to see in the live sale. And I'm gonna go, guys. That was exhausting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.